fairly quick and easy. For number 10, you guys have, the board has already authorized me to have this assigning authority back in 2015. But the issue with the state now, as the statute has changed slightly, is as I have the authority, it's indefinite right now. And the resolution that you have before you, they want an actual end date, so then I have to come back and get authorized to do the inter-county allocation, transfer allocation.
Mm-hmm.
So the new resolution, which you guys should have, actually has an end date on it.
Okay.
So what this does is allows me to transfer, without coming here every time, funds that have been allocated to JFS with other counties, like trading money. And perfect example, and I just shared this with someone out here, in Geauga County, we get a certain amount of like TANF dollars, temporary assistance and needy family dollars. We don't usually spend all those dollars just because of kind of the wealth of this county compared to some others. But sometimes we may look for like more Medicaid dollars. We may need more. So there may be other counties that may have a surplus of Medicaid, but they need TANF. But then we need Medicaid. So I can transfer that with the other counties and trade it to benefit our county. Otherwise, those funds just get sent back to the state.
And you have to be approved to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've had this authority,
Right.
But now they just want an end date to it, and then I have to come back. And you will
How
see-
often will that be?
I made it out to 2025, so I don't
Okay.
have to come every year,
Okay.
which the state seemed to be perfectly fine with. Again, it was indefinite before. They just wanted to see an end
How often are you trading money like that?
multiple times a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just try. I mean, you can kind of put emails out there for Alyssa, as you know, is my fiscal person.
Mhm.
You know, if we're looking, you know, at a certain, because we have different fiscal years. We have calendar fiscal years, we have state fiscal years, and
Yep.
we have federal fiscal years.
Yep.
So depending on how those funds are being used and when that fund has been allocated and what fiscal year it is, we may be trading them at different times of the year just to benefit our overall financial
And
health.
how do we get reporting of that, the commissioner's office? I mean, where do we see that, or do we not see those exchanges?
You don't see it every time, but if it's something that you wish
Overall?
We don't,
Over a
you don't see
year?
it when it happens, but if
Yeah.
it's something that you would like me to report when I do it, I'm happy to do that. I can report it to Barry.
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody should be seeing that, correct? I mean, other than outside of JFS, I mean, probably, right? I mean,
Yeah, it would not hurt to have that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I'm more, I don't have necessarily a problem with kicking it to 2025 or, just, I don't know, something to change between, 2021 and 2025, that's a long time, we might not be, you might not be here, you might not be here.
So it would just be updated.
Huh?
You would just have to update the resolution.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't have a huge issue with it. I would just think it would probably be better to do on an annual basis, but that's just.
Just, are you saying the reporting of it to here?
Well, just get the authority given to you,
Mhm.
yes, that it would probably be renewed on an annual basis.
If there is an issue with it, you can pass another resolution that removes the ability
Mhm.
to do it. So it's, like you're doing right now, because right now you're changing the original resolution that gave it indefinite. So
Yeah.
if there is an issue, if we get the reporting of it,
Right. I just,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier to do the resolution to do
okay,
longer term, and then if there is an issue, you just pass another resolution to remove the
yeah. I
authority.
mean, I don't think there
It's not-
probably will
yeah.
be an issue, I mean, hopefully not, but you never know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think it's better to give it the light of day, at least periodically, than say 5 years, or, and nobody really is even aware. It sounds like the Commissioner's Office isn't aware of those
Well, with the
traded
fund
dollars.
transfers, you
Yeah.
start doing the reporting, and then I can add that to my
Okay.
weekly report if there is a transfer.
Yeah, I mean, it might be just nice to be aware of it, is all I'm
This
saying.
this
Yeah.
resolution was just authorizing Craig to be able
Correct.
to do it.
Right.
So it's,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say it's on probably maybe 2 to 3, up to 2 or 3 times a year, and it's always for the benefit of. We're not transferring money unless we're getting something out of it.
right,
You
so
know,
you
it-
get some back.
It's usually because we have a need too, and we're satisfying that need.
Is it a dollar for dollar type thing, or is that how
It
it works?
depends. It depends because certain monies like for example, Title 20 base
Mhm.
is like one of the most coveted dollars in the JFS world.
What's that?
It's a certain, it's money because the state, throughout the entire state, doesn't give enough money for adult protective services. They don't even give JOG or JFS enough money to fund one staff person,
Mhm.
but you can use APS dollars through Title 20 base and pay for that. So we pay for our APS program through Title 20 base, and we're cutting it close, like, just to make it. And so everyone's looking for that. So people will oftentimes trade more areas where there's a surplus, like, again, TANF, the federal government gives a lot of TANF dollars throughout, but it's very hard to pull down TANF dollars because of the eligibility requirements. So you may see some county saying, I'll take 5,000 of Title 20 base because I really, really need it, and I'll give you 10,000 of Title 20 transfer because everyone's got a surplus of it.
Mhm.
It's kind of a shell game, but it's the need. You got to pay your bills, So that's
Yeah.
we will. Otherwise, we send the money back to the state,
Mhm.
and we don't spend it anyway.
I like that process where you could ship the money to some other county and then get back some other, instead of sending it back. It's like, number one rule is never send money back to the state.
Yeah, and to be clear, this is state grant funds, this is not local tax dollar funds.
Right, right.
Yeah, we don't ever trade away any local dollars.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I don't like the sound of any of it, to be honest with you.
it's the
Yeah.
world we're
Yeah.
that we're living in.
Yeah.
It's the funding. I mean, it's the way we have 55 plus different funding streams that
Mhm.
we have to monitor through state, federal, and calendar fiscal years.
Yeah, I mean, it might be good for, for this office and probably the public too, to be able to see that, I don't know how much money we're talking on it, or, talking hundreds of thousands, tens of
No.
thousands?
Sometimes it will take, if there's 2,000 out there, we'll
Mhm.
do that. Sometimes
Okay.
it's 5,000. It's never been, and like,
Okay,
to anything that I can recall, it's never been anything over $20,000 or 10,000. Like, I mean, it's usually smaller amounts of dollars.
very.
And I can actually forward you all the past transfers over the past
Yeah, it might
5
be
years.
interesting to see that, right?
You make a motion.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hold up the process, but it sounds like, if we wanted to change this, we can do that in the future. But again, just my personal opinion, I think 5 years is just something that gets forgotten about, But that's just my opinion.
Well, we'll establish a process where they're providing me with all the information that happens so that I can then report it to the board.
Okay.
All right. That'd be
Like I
good.
do in other reports.
Is there a motion on the floor?
Make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, Steve, you're gonna have to hold off.